Good morning, my loves. Today we're going to read a story called Curious George at the Aquarium. You ready? Snuggle in, get a blanket, cozy place to sit, and let's have a story time. Curious George at the Aquarium. This is George. He was a good little monkey, always very curious. Today, George and the man with the yellow hat were visiting the aquarium. George said, "The man, please wait here until I buy the tickets." George tried to wait, but he was so excited. What was inside? He wanted to look over the walls, but they were too high. Just then he heard a splash, squish. Water flew high up into the air. People cheered. What could that be? George was curious. He hopped over the gate into the aquarium. How surprised he was! Swimming right in front of George were two beluga whales. The mother and the baby beluga swam right past him. And not far away was a family of sea lions. Diving and splashing, what fun! George noticed people walking towards a big door. Could there be more to see? He followed the crowd. Now where was he? It was darker inside and there were fish everywhere. George did not know where to look first. In one tank, there were these sharp-toothed piranhas. In another tank, there were seahorses. And in another tank, a large red octopus. Look at all those legs. George saw a group of children across the room. An aquarium staff member was pointing to different sea creatures. This is a starfish, this is a clam, and this is an urchin. Nearby, there was a long, low, colorful tank. It was perfect for touching. George was curious. As he reached his hand into the water, a large crab came scuttling out from under the rock, right towards his finger. Snap! Ouch! Poor George, he did not like this exhibit. What do you think that sign says right there? George slipped out a door and into the sunlight. But, oh, what was going on here? George saw a fat, funny-looking black and white fish flying in and out of the water. He watched as they flew up out of the water. What kind of fish does that? And where did they go? George wondered. George climbed up and into the exhibit. You think he should be in there? Well, they were not fish at all, but penguins, of course. George hopped, hop, 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 just like a penguin, flapped his wings like a penguin, and he waddled like a penguin. Can you waddle back and forth on your feet or hop like a penguin? Boing, boing. A crowd gathered and laughed, but when he slid on his belly like a penguin, the aquarium staff stopped by to check in on the penguins. A monkey in the penguin exhibit? George opened a little door to escape, but instead, all the penguins ran out. Penguins were everywhere. The staff was really angry at George. How could they catch all the penguins? In all the excitement, nobody noticed that the penguin chick fell into the water. No one but George. The baby penguin hadn't learned how to swim yet. As only a monkey can, George scaled down the rope hanging over the beluga tank and swung over the water, saving the little chick. The director of the aquarium and the man with the yellow hat heard all the commotion and they came running. "That monkey helped save the baby penguin," said a boy in the crowd. "No one else could have saved him," said the girl. The director thanked George for his help and made him an honorary staff member of the aquarium. Curious George. George said goodbye to his new penguin friends. He could not wait to come back to the aquarium to visit again. The end. He is a curious little guy, and he always seems to get into mischief, doesn't he? He always seems to get himself into a predicament. But at the end of the day, he always becomes the hero too, so Curious George. I do like reading these stories to you, and I love you very, very much. See you in the next story.